Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the GQ Jedi. If you're not already subscribed to me, blast the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any valuable Star Wars content. As you guys are becoming more aware, I am a custom Star Wars collector. I am starting to get into customs more and more. I love the OG Kenner toys, but I have been collecting custom figures left and right lately. And today I wanted to highlight another awesome custom maker, and that is Bobaluga Studios. Bobaluga Studios makes awesome Ralph McQuarrie inspired concept figures, basically figures that are inspired by Ralph McQuarrie's early Star Wars drawings. And today I got my hands on one of those awesome figures and I wanted to show them off to you guys, so let's check them out. All right guys, this package comes from Bobaluga Studios. They're on Instagram. It is a gentleman and his wife that custom make Star Wars action figures, and I have yet to get my hands on any, and I thought, you know what, let's change all that. Let's see what these guys are up to. Every time I see a post, I'm super intrigued, and they make custom, like I said, custom Star Wars action figures. A lot of them are, shall we say, concept figures. And as I've been telling you guys, the fans really are doing awesome things in the community. They're, you know, if the thing doesn't exist, the fans are making it. And I'm just intrigued and overwhelmed by the creativity that this community is showering down on fellow collectors. It's a beautiful time to be a collector for Star Wars. There's a lot of stuff out there that's just coming out the pipe, and super cool to see it and then eventually get your hands on it and add it to your collection. And like I said, I was super jazzed about seeing what these guys were up to. I always see the photos on Instagram, but I needed to have it in my hand. I gotta have it in my hand, guys. I gotta see what it's all about. So finally got down and got one of these bad boys. And this is their Ralph McQuarrie style concept Emperor Palpatine. This thing is awesome. I'm gonna tell you guys right out the gate. Nice weight to it. This thing feels solid. It's got a nice density to it. It feels like an actual action figure. Like, it doesn't feel. I don't think these things are 3D printed. I could be wrong, of course. I'm not sure what the process is for these guys, but oh man, this is awesome. Wow. These are gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Bobaluga Studios 2022. I think it says Kentucky, USA. Yeah, these guys are out of Kentucky. And this is simply beautiful. Just gorgeous. Wow. If you guys aren't familiar with Ralph McQuarrie, he is the gentleman that helped bring George Lucas's visual vision to life with the Star Wars trilogy, places and ships and things of this nature, the world essentially. And Ralph was tasked with figuring out what it could look like. So he would do all these concept drawings, which would then eventually translate to costumes and ships that were built. Landscapes like shooting in in Africa for Tatooine, things like this. Like, it was really his designs that really fleshed out the Star Wars world. And so in Return of the Jedi, this was kind of what Ralph McQuarrie's drawing looked of old Palps. And oh man, let me just tell you something. These has nice stiff limbs. Wow, I'm really, really impressed with this. This feels like it's factory made. I'm not sure if it is or how they're making these exactly. That is the curtain behind the Wizard of Oz that I haven't peeked yet behind. But this is awesome. I mean, I see why these things are selling like hotcakes. These action figures. Like I said, I've seen these posts and I've been kind of sleeping at the wheel. You know, I didn't jump on it right away, and I've missed most of the collection that he's done so far because these are, like limited things. Like he makes a bunch and then they sell out. And I don't even know if this one's still available anymore, but I was lucky enough to get one, and wow, this is awesome. This is actually pretty awesome. And like I said, this is basically physical interpretation of a Ralph McQuarrie drawing of Palpatine from Return of the Jedi. Blue face, the red eyes, this kind of hood style, and the long arms, and of course electricity lightning coming out of it. This is awesome. Kind of keeping with the Emperor, the Kenner version though, with the legs here. Same style, as you guys can see, with the way the torso meets the waist, and then the legs are split. Have that chunky design that Kenner did. So he's kept with, Bobaluga Studios is kept with that kind of motif. I think it still works. This is considerably taller, I'd say, than the 3 3/4 inch Palpy. This guy seems, I don't have another one, and I don't have a Kenner Palpy in my, within reach right here, and I don't want to stop the video. So, but just looking at it, it does feel like it's thinner. Let me see here. I actually have I got an X-Wing Luke. So there you go. It's a little taller than the old Kenner Palps, but I'm not gonna lie, man. This thing's pretty cool. I'm digging this a lot. This has got it's got its own thing, and like I said, it's Ralph McQuarrie, so this was an original idea. I mean, I've never seen anybody do this other than Bobaluga Studios. Is the first one that I've ever seen even try to touch upon what Ralph McQuarrie has done. Just not something that I think people have thought to do. And so, of course, if you're going to customize, you're going to make your own toys, be original. Think of something cool. Think of something out of the box. Think of something that no one else has done. And they have certainly done that with this figure. And like I said, there are many more on the website. I know they made like a concept Luke, a Han, a Chewie, the 2 droids. And then, like I said, they've sold out quickly from what I can tell. I don't know if they actually are still available. If any of those figures are still available, I know he's making new ones constantly. So you guys will have to check the website, which I will leave a link in the description below in this video for you guys, so you can maybe get your shopping done, pick up some figures for your collection. But man, I'm really impressed with this. This is, like I said, it's got the weight, it's got the density. It feels really solid. It doesn't, I don't think this is 3D printed, and if it is, it's beautifully done. It's well painted. I mean, it's this is like a figure you'd pull off of a card back, like some kind of retro style throwback figure that you'd see online somewhere, or in some like cool kitschy vintage toy store. But yeah, this is dope. This is absolutely dope. And again, Ralph McQuarrie is the man. He is the legend behind the visual look of Star Wars in a lot of aspects. I mean, I remember being younger and flipping through some of the books of all his drawings and just being blown away at what he'd created, and then seeing the visual representation on screen. Just magical, absolutely magical. And so yeah, like I said, I saw this, had to get one. I'm lucky I got one while the getting was good. As I tell you guys, my slogan is don't sleep on Kenner. I've told you this many times. Maybe you guys have seen some of my other videos, especially the recent Kenner lot I just purchased. I picked up a collection. That's a story all in of itself. And if you guys haven't watched that video, go check that out. That just dropped 2 videos ago, or 2 or 3 videos ago. Don't sleep on Kenner. Get it while it's good. And something like this, that's super cool like this, you got to get it, man. You got to get it. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it. And I'm so bummed that I slept too long on Bobaluga Studios and didn't order these immediately when I first saw them. I don't know what I was thinking, but these are awesome, man. It's great detail, just a great design. And like I said, it's got that Kenner-esque feel to it, but yet being its own thing. And it does have what looks like foot pegs. It looks like a little bit of a textured. I think they even purposely put texture on the bottom of this feet to feels texture when I rub it, so that it would actually grip surface better. which genius. And if you guys didn't do that and it's a manufacturing, whatever mistake or happenstance, thing that, whatever, however it came about, whatever, kudos to you guys, because that's what it looks like. It looks like it's intentional, and that, it's for, being on a surface that would enable it to display better. But yeah, this thing is rad. Good old Palps. Love the custom figures, man. I'm really getting into the custom figures as a collector now. I got the entire Kenner line of action figures of the main line. As you guys know, I'm going after the Ewoks and droids figures now. But I've been filling in my collection otherwise with new customs, and stuff like this is super cool. Very, very unique. Not everyone's going to have it. That's the other thing about it. It's not like you can just go get this anywhere. You can only get this figure from Bobaluga Studios. Bobaluga Studios. Check them out. They're on Instagram, and they're killing it. They're absolutely killing it. I mean, this is rad. This is rad. Like I said, just bummed that I didn't get the other ones, man. I slept on it. I slept on it hard. I wish I had just pulled the trigger sooner, and I would have scooped up all the other concept figures. Might be able to find them online somewhere, but I guarantee you they're not going to be for the same price, because look at these things. This is like a unique collector's item, in my opinion. One of a kind. Can't get it anywhere else. Pretty smooth. Emperor Palpatine. Ralph McQuarrie style. Brought to you by good old Bobaluga Studios. So guys, check them out. Click on the link. Check out the collection. Even if you can't get the figures, I still think, because they're sold out, I still think it's worth a look. Definitely look at them. Take a look. See what this man and his wife are doing. Like I said, it's a couple. They work together, from what I understand, making these figures. They make them, they paint them, sculpt, the whole 9 yards. I mean, this is truly a mom pa DIY situation. So I'm thoroughly impressed by this, and just jazzed that I was able to grab one of these guys. And I just want to give you guys a quick side-by-side comparison. Kenner Palpy, Bobaluga Studios Palpy, Ralph McQuarrie style. As you can see, this Palpy is a lot taller, a lot thinner, definitely looks more menacing than the Kenner style, but equally as cool. And after talking to Bobaluga Studios some more, I learned that these figures are actually made out of resin. So that gives them their oomph, their heft, gives them some weight. And I think resin is maybe a little easier to work with in terms of modeling. I'm not too sure, but Bobaluga Studios is doing great things. Guy's a genius when it comes to 3D modeling, and he's applying his background in modeling with making some awesome action figures. And I had to get this guy. I'm so lucky I was able to grab him before he was gone. And I can't wait to see what they come out with next. I know they have a lot of other cool things coming out the pipe. So, guys, keep your eye on Bobaluga Studios. Do it, as Palpy would say. Awesome stuff, guys. Awesome stuff. Like I said, for custom action figures, this is something you're not going to see every day. And personally, I think he looks pretty sweet in this Kenner lineup. You could pluck out the old school Palps and stick him in there. Give Vader a run for his money in the height department. But I absolutely think he looks awesome on a shelf amongst other action figures. Something about that blue face and those red eyes. It's truly an evil looking SOB. And again, the fans, the DIY projects that you guys are doing, delivering some awesome goodies for all us action figure collectors. And I, for one, think this is pretty sweet that you chose to do Ralph McQuarrie. Ralph McQuarrie has never been embodied in plastic to my knowledge, at least his works. Not vintage style anyway. So this figure keeps with the Kenner style, same motif, and just improves upon it in a artistic way. Just awesome. Just awesome. Guys, please do check out the link below in the description of this video. Check out all the cool stuff that Bobaluga Studios has made. Be patient. They have a lot of stuff coming out soon. So keep checking back regularly. Even if you missed out on a certain action figure or figures, still think it's worth keeping your eye on them. Who knows what they've got coming. And I, for one, am very excited at what's in store for the future. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give the old like button a thumbs up to support the channel. And if you've not already done so, blast that subscribe button and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any valuable Star Wars content. And remember, collect or collect not, there is no try.